Hello everybody, welcome back. Welcome to workshop 1, text completion, FIB. There are 50 questions to be discussed today. All of them text completion, fill in the blanks. A part of this video will be made public. The first 8 questions will be made public. The rest is for my paid course students. So yeah, the first 8 questions will be made public. But we are going to practice rigorously all the remaining days that we have. So this is workshop 1. Let us begin. All right. So this is how it works. I'll give you a minute to answer a question. A minute and a half, 1.5 minutes maybe. You choose an alternative. Post your answers in the chat, and then I discuss the question. You try to align your thought process with mine, and we proceed like this. Okay. Start. Question number 1. Okay, I already have many answers. Apparently, all of you say D, which is the correct answer. The home team's convincing victory yesterday was particularly something to their rivals. But was it to their rivals? We don't know yet. Who were at the pinnacle of their performance? Areva. So the rivals were at the pinnacle of their performance. Yet the other team, the home team, won. So it must have been frustrating for the team. But okay, let's wait. Let's not assume. Who were at the pinnacle of their performance and complained privately about the judging. If they complained, now we can fill this blank. So what was it to them? It was irritating to them. That's why they complained. That's how we solve FIB questions. We identify some keywords within the text, and then we try to fill in the blanks deductively. So it must have been irritating. Okay, so B. It was not insipid. Obviously, it was not gratifying. It's the opposite. We're left with 2 options, B, E, B, D. That the team won when their rivals were dash. What were they? They were at the pinnacle of their performance. So they were, in their best form. Then when they were in the best form, which means terrific. D. So BD is the correct answer. I'll also try to take care of some vocab here. Insipid means bland, tasteless. Tasteless. You can't sip even you can't sip it. It is insipid. It is tasteless. That's how you can remember this word. Okay. Mnemonics. Moving on. Question 2, a minute. So some say C, some say D. Okay, let's see. Joshua would not dash his success, so his family was surprised to discover So they were surprised to discover, which simply means, this is the keyword, which simply means that he would not tell them about his success. He would not tell about his success. He would not advertise his success. He would not tell them about his success. Okay. Whitewash, no. Trumpet, yes. Advertise trumpet, to blow your own trumpet. अपना ढिंडोरा खुद के बीट बजाना कि हाँ भाई मैं एडवर्टाइज करना, स्पॉन्सर करना खुद को. सो ट्रम्पेट. Succumb, no. So we need B for the first. Let us see. Joshua would not advertise his success, so his family was surprised to discover that their dash son. What was the nature of his son? We don't have to assume anything. Now, clearly, he would not advertise his success. From the first part of the statement, it can be deduced. Therefore, if he was not willing to advertise his success, what kind of a guy he was? He was a, okay, I would say humble person, or maybe a shy person. He would not trumpet about his success. No, he would not advertise about his success. So they were surprised to discover that their humble or shy son was a national level rugby player. Okay. Do we have a unanimous answer now? Do we have a consensus, whether it's C or D? Now we know the answer. He would not advertise his success. So he was humble or shy. What word do we want now? What word do we want now? Coy. Coy is shy. A coy boy. Boys are seldom coy. वैसे याद रखने के लिए, boys are seldom coy. Huh? Okay. So BE, option C is the correct answer. Buffoon is a fool, stupid person. Foolish person. So buffoon, joker. Basically, buffoon is used for a joker, clown. Okay. याद रखना आसान. Fool दिख रहा है. Buffoon is a fool. Okay, that's how you remember. हाँ.
Sir, isn't coy when people pretend to be shy or to be, modest or anything?
No.
Isn't
There's no pretension involved. There's no
pretension.
pretension. There's no pretension involved. Reserved. Coy means reserved. Reserved, shy. Yeah, as simple as that. So boys are, to remember this word for the next time, coy means shy, and boy is rarely coy. Seldom coy. Okay. Third question, a minute.
Sir, in the previous question, why can't it be a stupid son?
Why can it be stupid son? My counter question. How do you, what evidence do we have in the text to suggest that he was stupid?
He's being successful, and that is contrary to his parents' expectations. So
he's
that
stupid.
is.
Then he's stupid. Isn't it contradictory to what you're saying?
Yeah, so that is contrary to his parents' expectations, no?
No. This is something that you are assuming, that his parents thought of their kid as stupid. There's no text, there's no tangible evidence in the text which suggests that he was stupid, or his parents thought him stupid. Remember,
Then,
that's the technique.
Then sir, why the surprise element? अगर उन्हें पता था कि वो बेचारा कुछ बताता ही नहीं है, disclose ही नहीं करता, so why were they surprised?
Because they did not expect him to be a national level rugby player. This is the surprise element. He was a national level rugby player, and he was so reserved and coy kind of a guy that they did not expect him to be such a superstar. That is the idea. Remember. You always have to stay close to the keywords, to the information available in the text. You don't have to assume situations on your own, because if you try to plug in word and then try to imagine the situation, it will all make sense. All the options will make sense. This is inductive reasoning. You're inducing something. You're inducing something into the situation. That's now how we work with the fill in the blank questions. We deduce the answers from the given information. We don't try to induce it. Okay. Also, please note, if you say that their stupid son was a national level rugby player, you need apparently here or seemingly, because he was not really stupid after all. And the moment you use the word stupid, you make him really stupid, which according to the narration, according to the narrator, which he was not. There apparently probably अगर apparently होता तो 1% सोचते, फिर भी नहीं सोचता, फिर भी मैं if I have already filled in here that he would not advertise his success, then what is his nature? He's shy, reserved. Okay. बट अभी तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं. ठीक है, थर्ड, a minute. So all of you say B. Let us see. The Satanic Verses was dash panned by critics. What is panned? Criticized. It was dash criticized by critics. We don't know how was it criticized. Totally, partially, intensely, mildly. I don't know. It could be anything. Don't assume anything. The Satanic Verses was dash panned by critics. Not a single reviewer had anything dash to say about it. This is our keyword now. Not a single reviewer, which means we want something which means completely criticized, absolutely criticized. Everybody criticized it. It was unanimously criticized. Everybody criticized. Not a single reviewer had something. So completely unanimously, everybody criticized it. Let's look for a word roundly. Roundly. It was roundly criticized. Roundly matlab everybody. One and all. Totally, absolutely. So all your answers are wrong. It can't be B. Option B. It can't be option B. Has to be between C, D, E. So it was completely roundly criticized, panned by critics. Not a single reviewer had anything dash to say about it. Can you deduce a possible word for the third blank? Can you deduce a possible word for the second blank? Sorry, not a single reviewer. Not a no, deduce. I'm not asking you the answer. अभी देखो. Options पे मत जाओ. Options पे मत जाओ. First. This is the technique. First, deduce an answer for the blank. Fill in the blank with a word of your own. Only then look at the choices. Otherwise, you will get confused and you will mark the wrong answer. Not a single reviewer had anything positive to say about it. No, because it was criticized. Huh? Not a single reviewer had anything positive to say about it. No? Now look at the options. Okay, we want a word which is synonym of positive. Commendatory is the answer. E. So CE, option C is the correct answer. Now some of you might ask, Ayan has asked, why not bitterly? Sir, bitterly criticize क्यों नहीं बोल सकते? My question to you, Ayan, is this. What evidence do you have in the text which suggests that it was bitterly criticized? They were bitter in their criticism. We don't know. What we know is not a single reviewer said anything positive about it. Therefore, the sentence will be completely logical and coherent. Both parts of the sentence will become coherent only if you complete this thought that not a single reviewer had anything positive, which means it was criticized unanimously, totally, absolutely, roundly. Bitterly, we don't know. Mildly, bitterly. Yeah.
I confused it with the penned, PENNED.
Penned by critics. Oh, okay. So okay. Got it. Fine. So panned is criticized. Moving on. All good, everybody? All good with the logic? Okay. Fourth question, a minute. Okay, so all of you say C. Let's see. As the dash child, what kind of child? We don't know. Approach the diving board. Dash water in the first place. What water in the first place? We don't know. Dash water in the first place. He found the prospect of jumping into it from such a height. Even more terrifying. This is the giveaway. This is the keyword here. Even more terrifying. Which means the child was already terrified. So as the terrified child, deductive reasoning, as the terrified, scared child approached the diving board, scared of water in the first place, he found the prospect of jumping into it even more scary, even more terrified. So that is how you fill in using this keyword here. Let's see. Tremulous. Scared means tremulous, shivering because of fear. And scared of, daunted by. The closest fit that we have is daunted by. If you're daunted by something, you are, you feel terrified, you feel scared or diffident of it. You have lack of confidence. You are scared of it. He felt daunted by this task. The task was so challenging, he was scared of it. So daunted means haunted. Sounds like haunted. You can memorize it. Correct answer CE. CE. Option C, you were right. All of you were right. Clumsy, dejected means sad. B school interview, you got rejected. You will be dejected. Poignant. Basically, sad. Usually thinking of the past. Pungent. When you think of past and you're sad, poignant memories, for example. Or making emotional, something that overwhelms you and not positively, negatively an emotion. When an emotion negatively overwhelms you, you say that this thing, thinking about it makes me poignant, or this thing is poignant. Poignant memories of something. Okay. Spellings match the word pregnant. Miscarriage. Someone was pregnant, miscarriage happened. Now memories kaisi reh gayi? Poignant memories of formerly pregnant lady. Something like this. You can make a link and maybe try to memorize it. Okay. Next time. Number 5. A minute. Okay, some say B, some say A. Some say B, some say A. Let's see. Enough of ancient tools have survived in spite of dash efforts. What type of efforts? Let's deduce the answer. Let's not look at the answer choices before we have some image of the word we are looking for, some pre-thinking. Give me an answer. Deduce a word for the blank, please, everybody. Enough of ancient tools have survived. Enough of ancient tools have survived in spite of dash efforts. What type of efforts? The efforts were not really great. In spite of suggests it's a contrast sign. No. Enough tools have survived in spite of efforts, careless efforts, not very. Yeah, careless or worthless effort, useless efforts, careless efforts, not many efforts, little efforts, in spite of little efforts, in spite of too little efforts or careless efforts, something like this. So it could be despicable efforts or erratic efforts. Erratic is, not systematic. Erratic means not systematic. Erratic, despicable efforts or erratic, not systematic. Efforts were not very systematic to conserve these tools or to save them. No. Random efforts. Erratic means random. The efforts were random. There was no plan. They were not planned. So it could be the answer. We need this kind of a word. which means careless. So random would do, erratic would do. The efforts were erratic. Okay. Despicable means hateful efforts. Pathetic. Despicable is pathetic. Despicable. If something is not even speakable, you can't speak of it. Itni bhaddi hai, you can't even speak of it. It's despicable. Pathetic. Huh? That's how you remember the word. Okay. Despicable. For the second blank, enough of ancient tools have survived in spite of careless efforts that enough tools have survived that archaeologists can trace the transition of hunting gathering civilizations into agricultural societies. Okay, so enough, the word enough is the keyword. Enough tools have survived that archaeologists can reliably, we need a word obviously that will fill the blank. Common, if you use your common sense here deductively, reliably is the best word which will fill. Enough tools have survived that archaeologists can reliably trace. So let's look for a word which is closest in meaning to reliably. Tell me the answer. What do you think now the answer is? No, you're wrong. Option C is the answer.
Sir, isn't this sentence a bit too subjective?
It
Like
is not.
what if it means कि someone deliberately tried to destroy these tools and everything.
No, it
Even
cannot
then
mean.
enough.
It cannot mean so. It cannot mean.
That is how I read.
That is the whole exercise. You are incorporating subjectivity into the sentence. There is no inherent subjectivity in it.
I mean, I even brought Mughals in this. कि उन्होंने
Excellent.
destroy कर.
Excellent. Excellent.
नहीं, tell me why not? Because we have a word to go with it also.
Enough.
So tell me why not?
Enough of ancient tools have survived in spite of dash efforts.
The despicable efforts.
हाँ. Despicable efforts अगर बना भी दोगे तो pathetic efforts हुए. That does not mean the efforts were to destroy the tools.
Because हम efforts को बोल रहे हैं.
Efforts को बोल रहे हैं.
The law of parallelism. This is it. Lovely.
It's all grammar. It's all structure. It's all syntax here. So enough of tools have survived in spite of dash efforts. This word has to describe efforts. It does not have to describe something else. The efforts were poor. The only word we can fill in here is poor because in spite of it, we have a contrast sign here. So enough tools have survived in spite of poor efforts. Poor efforts. Efforts were not made. तब भी बच गया. Tools बच गया. Enough of tools have survived in spite of poor efforts that archaeologists can reliably trace. Judicially is wisely. Judiciously would mean wisely. Now, how can we say that archaeologists will be wise in tracing this? How do we? We are basically saying that tools are enough. Their number is enough. Their number is enough for archaeologists to be able to trace. That's it. Whether archaeologists will be wise or not, text does not tell us anything about it. The text is about the presence of tools rather than the wisdom of archaeologists. So basically, tools are a facilitating factor here. They are facilitating something. That's the idea of the sentence. Archaeologists are not the facilitating factor. They're not the facilitators. They are just becoming capable because of tools, and therefore we can't say whether they will use their wisdom or not. The sentence is not about them at all. I hope it makes sense. Everybody, nice question. Really nice question.
Sir, but despicable erratic दोनों का option है ना with approximately.
But again, my question is, would you say the efforts were pathetic, or would you say they were careless, poor? You feel disgusted by the efforts. Despicable would mean disgusting efforts. That is the sense here. Would you say that the efforts were disgusting? Isn't it a bit too extreme? Also, usage-wise, it would be wrong, probably.
Okay.
Right? So it's safer to say the efforts were not really nice. They were not planned, systematic. They were just random, poor, careless, but still, tools have survived. Okay, number 6, a minute. Okay, we have some answers. Most of you say E. Most of you say E. E is the correct answer. Mistletoe, contrary to its symbolic implication of peace and love, grows dash. So we need something which is opposite of peace and love. Contrary to its symbolic implication of peace and love, it grows violently. Fill in the blank first. Violently, violently, parasitically. Parasitically, violently. Entrenching its roots under the bark, dash the tree's nutrients and eventually bringing the tree to doom. So this idea suggests that it sucks the nutrients. If it grows parasitically, it obviously sucks the nutrients of the tree, therefore siphon. To misappropriate something, to take what is not yours. So it sucks the nutrients, siphons the nutrients from trees. Okay, easy one. Number 7, a minute. You can't see all the options. Yeah. Okay. So we have some answers coming. All of you say A. A is the correct. Wait. Option A. Yes, A is the correct answer. Good job. In his initial works, the author made physical disease a dash factor in his narrative. What kind of factor? Maybe an unimportant factor or an important factor. Either way it can go, we don't know. So let's try to find out the evidence from the text. Important factor, not important factor. From this, his early critics concluded that he had a predilection for, now this word is a key word. If he had a predilection, which means a love, inclination, you see dil, dil aa gaya kisi pe, predilection ho gaya usse, bas khatam, pyar, love. So that's how you remember this word. I'm also trying to take care of some vocabulary. So he had a predilection for, which means यहाँ पर उसका जो physical disease था ना, it was an important factor in his narrative. Probably very important factor. He had a love for what? Love for disease, subjects related to disease, disease related subjects. So we have second blank, we have first blank. Let's look for the options now. So the author made physical disease an important, very important factor, which means overbearing factor. The others are opposite. And that made critics conclude that probably he had an inclination for, predilection for, love for, inclination for disease related subject, morbid subjects. Death, disease, war, these are morbid subjects. जहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा मौतें होती हैं ना, morbid subjects. MOR, important root word for death. Mortal, mortuary, morgue, moratorium, mortgage, everything related to death or suspension of an activity. Okay. MOR, death. Important root word. Recondite, by the way, maybe a new word to some of you. Recondite is obscure, vague, unclear. जो मोटा है वो परेशान है, जो पतला है वो परेशान है. पतला मोटा होना चाहता है, मोटा पतला होना चाहता है. कौन सी डाइट इज द बेस्ट? कौन सी डाइट इज द बेस्ट? इज अ recondite question. Nobody understands. कौन सी डाइट इज द बेस्ट? Recondite question. That's how you can remember. Okay. Number 8, a minute. Okay. So all of you say C. C is the correct answer. Good job. Good job. We have yet to dash the assessment of Africa's biodiversity. So we have yet to do something about. We have yet to dash the assessment. Most of the vertebrates have been assessed, but some remain. Our challenge will be to assess the invertebrates. Okay, which means most of the vertebrates have been assessed, but some remain, which means we have yet to complete the assessment. Most have been assessed, some remain. So we have yet to initiate to ho gaya na, because most have been assessed already. So we have yet to complete the assessment. But our biggest challenge will be the assessment of invertebrates and plants. This task is dash. What is the nature of this task? We don't know yet. Not only because of the multitude of species, but also because of the diversity, each species requiring a different approach. Wow. If each species requires a different approach, that's the key. If each species requires a different approach, the task is going to be challenging. No? Also, it was written earlier that our biggest challenge, our challenge will be this. So it's a challenging task, obviously. The task is challenging. It is daunting. It's daunting, which means BF. So these are 8 questions. Whatever we discuss from here on is exclusively for my paid students who have enrolled to XAT crash course. Thank you very much.